Is it a time-saving cleaning tool or is it a waste of money? Let's have a bit of a look. So I must admit I'm most excited to share with you what it managed to do in the kitchen sink. But first off, this is a Rubbermaid power tool. I bought it from Bunnings for $22.95. It didn't have the best reviews, but what I can gather from that is it used to have 2 heads that came with it for that price, whereas now you have to buy them separately. So I've bought the large brush for sink and stoves there, and that was $6.99, and then the Grout Brush, which was $6.99 as well. So let's give it a test and see what we think, hey? So here I've put them all together so you can see the different heads and the different sizes. Now it's 60 times per second oscillating head, which is great. The bristles are slightly stronger than I'd probably say a toothbrush, but it's very much like a large electric toothbrush. That's what it looks like, isn't it? So it's saying it's ideal for grout lines, corner and crevices, tight spaces, the sink, the stove, but I think especially the grouting, where you've really got to have a bit of force. I'm really interested to see how it works. Here's the 3 of them together so you can all see what they look like next to each other. So the first place I'm testing this out is at the back of our family bathroom sink, whereas the silicons come away at the back of the basin, and whether it's dirt, that's what I want to give a really good clean and see how it goes. So I'm going to be using gumption and just putting a little bit onto the head and then giving it a go. It did manage to clean up 2 of the spots. This was the before and this was the after, but I was hoping for it to clean it all up. It's super easy to change the heads. You just turn it and then pull it off. The next area in the bathroom that I want to test it out is the back of those taps. I just find that there gets a little bit of dirt and residue there. So let's see how this goes with that tight space. It is a noisy tool, and this is what it sounds like. Next, I want to see what it looks like with the plug hole, especially around the outside between the chrome and the porcelain. It can really get some black marks and things like that, and it's hard to get in there, so I'm hoping that this will do it. And this is where I started to question how strong is this actual brush, because I feel like it didn't actually do that great a job of getting in here. It could get in here, but wasn't strong enough, the bristles, to actually move that black stuff. After I'd given the taps a really good go, then I just wiped it down with a cloth, and it did really well at the front of those taps, but at the back it was still a little bit stained, but I think that's just long standing. So I thought I'd try the actual Grout Brush, which has a pointed and a longer bristle there, to see if I could get into this black spot, and it really didn't work either. Well, I could take it all off, which I was hoping it would. While I was here, I thought, why not try it with my fingernail? They're not that long at the moment, but it actually managed to get some off, so it just wasn't hard enough, the bristles, to get in here and move the dirt. Alright, over to the family bath now. So this is the grouting. As you can see, it's quite orangey all along. I also adjusted my pressure where I was firmer pushing down, and then I thought, well, it can't oscillate as well, so I kept it pretty light to see what it could do. And as you can see here, it is a slight improvement. But the other thing I wanted to mention right here is we have this Grout Brush from Woolies. It is $3 and it works really well. That is what we have been using in the shower. Then here's the before and here's the after. And as you can see, it did take some of that orange away. Then into our shower, I wanted to try the corner, I wanted to try the grouting. There was a black bit here with the grout and the corner, and I also did it on the chrome base around the shower, especially in the corners. It's really glugged up, and this house is probably 8 years old or so I don't think it's been cleaned for a very long time. And when you get down here and start analysing, you can see there's gaps in the silicone there, and there's just dirt behind it. My current method of cleaning the grouting, which I do struggle to do the corners, is to actually use our dish wand that is there, that is half dishwashing liquid, half vinegar, and just giving it a really good clean, which it does a really good job, but it's tricky to get these corners, so I was hoping that this would do a really good job here. It did so well cleaning this chrome. I was really happy with it. I did it inside the shower, and then I went outside and did it on the outside as well. But once again, it still hasn't done an awesome job in that corner bit, but it also didn't scratch it because of the bristles, so that was great. Here's the before and after of outside that shower, and look how good that chrome looks. I'm really happy with that. Here I just wanted to show you some with a bit of dried toothpaste that has just sat there. It did a great job getting that off, but that's really superficial. That's really easy, like a cloth could get that off. So the actual deep corner around that plug hole, once again, it hasn't touched. All right, let's move on to the kitchen, and this is where I was most excited about because this plug hole just gets so gross. Look how yellow it is, and the plug on either side, it's just gross. So I was really hoping that it'd do a good job because I don't really like touching it with my hands. So in the kitchen, I used Barkeeper's Friend, whereas everywhere else I'd used Gumption, which I do think plays a part. Depending on what cleaning product you're going to be using is going to affect how it cleans, of course. So I used Barkeeper's Friend here, which I've had great results with previously. So I knew it was going to do a good job, but I was really hoping I could get into the nooks and crannies of this plug hole. So I put down the Barkeeper's Friend, I made sure the surface was damp, and then I left for a minute. And then I used it, and as you can see here, it's working really hard, but it did an awesome job and I was so happy with it. And then I thought, I haven't used the big brush yet, so I went over to the stove, and over here I actually just used our vinegar and water solution and sprayed that on and then used the tool. And as you can see, it was pretty clean. Yeah, it worked really well to get it sparkling. It really has sparkled it afterwards. So what are my thoughts? It's a lot of money. I'm going to enjoy using it in the kitchen sink and around the plug and probably on the stove top as well because it got into those nooks and crannies really well. And for the bathroom, I'll probably just use it for the chrome on the outside because the Grout Brush could scratch that. The bristles are quite strong, so definitely for the chrome on the outside, I thought it did a really good job. Hope this was helpful, guys. If you want some cleaning motivation, here's me cleaning the bathroom. Take care, guys. Bye.